Sakura Nojima. Number 11, Marcela Santos. Number 15, Sophia Brokenshire. Number 16, Hayley Thomas. Number 19, Madison Swatridge. Number 21, Gabriel Sarkis. And number 33, Megan Mifsud, also getting her first start in Macarthur colours. For the visiting Gladesville Ravens, no changes from last week's team. In goals, number 1, Eliza Coleman. Number 3, Annie Dasco. Number 4, Keisha Allen. Number 6, Gisela Pipino. Number 8, Annie Halls. Number 11, Morgan Roberts. Number 12, Angelina Scamardella. Number 14, Till Kilbride. And now, 3 players returning to a place they caught home for a long time. Lena Karmas, Laura Murtagh, and Miku Sunaga. Enjoyed much success at the Rams. Those 3 players all took home lots of silverware. And now, rather than playing in the maroon at Linwood Park, they're in the black and white of the Ravens, looking to create new storylines and win more trophies. But at the moment, things haven't been as good this season for the Ravens. Speaking to their coach, Lauren Phelps, before the game, I felt they were potentially hard done by in a number of their fixtures, deserved a little bit more than where they currently sit. And it changes with the play and with points. And they'll be looking to make a statement today. This Rams team, very young side with a couple experienced heads. Quite the opposite at the Ravens. The Rams will be hoping to start their ascent up the ladder, in particular with a number of A-League girls due to join in the coming weeks. Likewise for the Ravens, I'm sure they'll be adding a little bit more spice to their lineup. Halls looking for Sunaga, but that one's easily intercepted. And now the home team back in possession. Santos holding off Roberts and forced to go all the way back to Sophia Brokenshire. Aniti. Good movement from the Rams. Cross comes into the box toward Amendolia, but too far away from her and too close to Coleman. Here's Karmas looking to feed through Murtagh, and she scored many goals at this end. Goes early and had so much more time to keep driving in, and Lena Karmas tells her exactly that. The first big chance of the game goes the way of the Ravens. A lovely ball by Karmas, but a rushed finish from Laura Murtagh. Neat little flick there by Muchensky. Amendolia looking to feed Muchensky back, but too much on the pass. Nice day today in Sydney. A little bit warmer than what you'd expect at this time of year. It's Pipino. It's a tough ball. Santos just didn't get there. And Tasco on 2 occasions there, sticking a toe in. That's allowed the Ravens some space, some good space here. And Karmas straight into the hands of Fante. Sophia Fante really exploded onto the NPL scene last season with some incredible goalkeeping. Here's an opportunity now for the home team again. Ball into the area by Sarkis, but just a little too high for Muchensky, who was well defended by Keisha Allen. Muchensky running herself into a difficult position. Couldn't find a teammate. It'll be a goal kick to the visitors. Swatridge did well to ride that push in the back. Reverse pass and back forward now to Sarkis. Across goal. Again, too close to Eliza Coleman. Marcela Santos was the target in the box, but not quite close enough to her. Macarthur pressing very high here. Forcing the mistake. Muchensky will get there first. Crosses into the box, but skewed that. Just rolled over the foot slightly and goes out for a goal kick. I'll come again. Sarkis, wide to Muchensky. Overlapping is Mifsud. That's where the ball goes. Low cross into the box. Still isn't clear. Sarkis back out to Mifsud again. Onto the left foot this time. Wide of the target. Interestingly, the last time both these two teams won a game was on the 12th of April. Macarthur defeating Northwest Sydney Spirit by 4-0 on that occasion. The Ravens defeating Manly United by 2-1. One game in this round already played yesterday afternoon. We'll get to that in a moment as Lena Karmas breaks through. Here's Karmas through the legs of Brokenshire, but there to clear. He's a Rams defender. Now Roberts. Cross into the box. Cleared away again. Now Santos. Amendolia. Central pass to Sunaga, who hasn't seen much of the ball early on. Thomas. Good defending from Allen. This time beaten by Sunaga. Deft little touch. Out wide now to Muchensky. Tried the early low ball. Difficult to defend those. This time Sunaga and Muchensky unable to combine. Sunaga arrived at Linwood Park last season from the Illawarra Stingrays. After a phenomenal season there. Pass played through, but Cummins a little deeper there on that occasion. Wasn't an option. Machensky out-muscled by Scamardella. Another former Ram. Sunaga chips it up over the top. Tough pass back from Scamardella. Retrieved. He's Dasco now. Good pass into Murtagh. Good defending though as well from Swatridge. Pipino gets the loose ball and wins the free kick. She stayed down here though after that collision. She requires attention here. Could be more serious than we think. Looks as though she'll be okay though. Dasco delivers deep into the area. Offside flag raised though. Wouldn't have counted regardless. Amendolia out to Marcela Santos. Forced to go back, but Murtagh put the pressure on. Comfortable by Maniti. Nice combination with Sunaga. Cross comes into the area. Dealt with by Roberts. Falls to Amendolia. Shot blocked. Sunaga now feeds it through, and good goalkeeping from Coleman. Had to be off her line quickly there. Heavy touch from Murtagh. That'll be a goal kick to the home team. And just about the 15-minute mark. Just the one real proper chance going the way of the visitors. Laura Murtagh pulling her shot just wide of the target. Should have done a little bit better with that one, Murtagh. Santos does well to win the ball off Roberts and then beat Pipino. Murtagh pounces on the error. Camus! Saved by Fante. How about the turn from the veteran? Winding back the years. Sophia Fante. That is why she's been brought into this Rams lineup, to make important saves like that. But another big opportunity not taken by the visitors. Corner comes in from Pipino. Sunaga's there. Karmas. Santos has a bit of space now. Not many options in front of her. She's noticed that as well now. Back to Thomas. Switch ball for Amendolia, and here's Najima. Pass straight into Scamardella. Najima again. Broken shear. Long ball. Intercepted and gets it back though. He's Najima. Meniti felt the pressure coming from Sunaga. Cleared away. Strong challenge there in the middle of the park. But the Rams come away with the ball. Amendolia now. Cuts back, wants the free kick, gets it. Good call from the referee. Broken, she's gone forward. Meniti. Too much on that one and a little disappointing. Coleman. Long ball by Kilbride and on to chase for Murtagh, but Fante was out very high. Her clearance almost into Murtagh. Roberts. Square ball for Pipino. Good battle there in midfield, but Pipino just a little stronger. Dasco loses out. Roberts with a bit of space to get her head up and deliver across, but disappointing. It was a good chance, that one, for the Ravens to get a ball played into the area. Fante will get things restarted. Here's a chance now for Sunaga. Saved again from Fante. Sophia Fante now making two very important saves. Keeping the Ravens at bay. Goes down in the box there. Karmas, and the referee points to the spot. It was the only call she could give, but credit to her. It took her time. Didn't rush the decision. It seems to be the right one. Fante playing mind games with Karmas. How would this be for an introduction? If the youngster's able to keep Karmas out here. It's Karmas v Fante to give the visitors a lead 20 minutes in. The veteran, back where she caught home for many years, slots it into the bottom corner. Come as you like, asks Fante what she said, It doesn't matter because the veteran puts the Ravens 1 goal to the good. The mind games didn't work. Lena Karmas keeps her head and puts her aside 1 to the good here at Linwood Park, 20 minutes in. Rams need to respond now. Nojima plays it forward. Scammardella heads away. Cleared by Scammardella. Wachensky. Out to Broken Shear. Thomas. Well defended by Murtagh. Pipino turns Santos. He's back again. Roberts playing a more defensive role. That's a right back. We've seen a maraud down the right flank many times over the last few years. Here's Nojima. Holds off Halls, and how's that for a ball toward Amendolia? That's Camardella, good defending. And Sunaga brought down there. Free kick for the Ravens. Camardella under a bit of pressure. Goes back. You could see the chance was coming. For the Ravens to take the lead. Consecutive opportunities saved by Fonte, but now the Rams might get one of their own. Amendolia delivers, again clear. They just can't seem to find someone in the area. Mifsud, Sarkis that is, closed down there just as she looked to burst into the box. Now Sunaga goes the other way, finds Karmas. Her pass is cut out. Maniti all the way back to Fante. Najima loses possession. So Annie Halls. Now Dasco. Oh, what about that for a flick? Pipino gets it back to Sunaga. Has her shot blocked. Challenge there from Allen. Just a little late. Gets herself a yellow card. Not too many complaints from Keisha Allen. Pipino switching the ball for Roberts here, and the bounce just beat Santos. The boots coming together there of Thomas and Roberts. I thought it was Roberts that got the worst of it, but instead looks like it was Thomas, and that one will roll out for, well, it would have rolled out for a corner had it crossed the line. Fonte came across, couldn't find the required pass. And the home side remains under pressure. Cross into the box. Too high for Murtagh. Fonte. Good ball to Thomas. Saki's back for Thomas. Now Santos. Goes on her own. Marcela Santos. Amendolia has a go off the bar. And no one there to follow up. Muchensky comes now, but blocked off well by Scamardella. But Liza Amendolia with a absolute crack of a strike. Here's the Rams' best chance so far. Powerful effort from the captain. Eliza Coleman saved by the woodwork. Good run forward from Amendolia again. Forced to go back to Muchensky. Cross comes in. Good header from Roberts. Had to get it right. And now Murtagh. Roberts in support. Part of the park that she's more familiar with. Murtagh's pass, though, is off the mark. Here's Sarkis. Cross into the box towards Santos. And still there for her. Sticks a toe there. In between the keeper and the defender. Just wide of the target. Just as the visitors peppered the Rams. Now it's the Rams' turn. Swatridge. Sarkis' pass, Famendolia's cut out. And now Pipino releases Karmas, but out of her line quickly was Sophia Fonte. He's quite smoky here at Linwood Park. Ball into the feet of Sarkis. Good turn. Good save from Coleman. The whole move there from the Rams was very nice. Started with a square pass from Tao Muchensky. The shot then from Sarkis was well saved by Coleman. As I was saying, quite smoky here. Must be some back burning going on somewhere in the vicinity. Muchensky to take the corner now. Cross comes in. Good ball in and a good fist there from Coleman. Broken shear. Turns herself into a little bit of trouble. Gets it out to Megan Mifsud. Her cross is blocked and now Pipino can release Roberts, who we know has lots of pace. Maniti trying to get back to stay with her. Not many options for Roberts. Decides to go on her own. Crosses in now. Broken shoe needs to deal with that. And Manidi now. Clears it away. Anywhere will do. Allen. Plays it wide for Scamardella. Cross is blocked. Ravens ball. Cross comes into the area toward Karmas. Falls for Murtagh, and her volley lifted too high over the bar. As we said earlier, the action kicked off last night. Northwest Sydney Spirit going down by 6-0 against Sydney Uni, who at the start of play today saw themselves up into finals positions. Good challenge from Pipino. Karmas on the turn, defended well by Broken Shear. Karmas fouls there. Free kick goes the way of the Rams. Now the game that started about half an hour before this one, maybe a little less. Replay of last year's grand final. Bulls FC Academy hosting Apia Leichhardt. Currently 1-1 there. Apia had the lead. Bulls pegged them back. That ball almost fell into the path of Teo Muchensky. Good reactions from Kilbride. And Scamardella. Again, Pipino so strong in the middle of the park. Karmas, how about that for a pass for Sunaga? Miku Sunaga off the post and out. It looked as though it came off the post, but in fact it was a very important challenge at the back. Danger hasn't passed just yet for the Rams. They need to defend this corner now. They've reacted well since going down the home side, but now they need to defend this. Cross comes in toward the far post. Murtaghi's there. Back into the box again, and Fante comes and collects. Meniti plays it forward. Scamardella and the ball caught in between her feet. In the end, the foul. Everyone thought it was going to go the way of the Ravens. Instead, it's gone the way of the Rams. As for the earlier judged discretion by Scamardella. Karma's barking instructions at her team to step higher up. They're sitting too deep. As Nojima delivers his free kick. Good ball in. And it fell there for Santos. Comes off her feet. And Murtagh can't keep that in. Here's Santos. Brings the ball back. Swatridge. Amendolia combining with Nojima. Amendolia gets it back. Cuts it onto the left. Nojima. Oh, what a ball. For Amendolia. Kept her feet. Good defending again from Scamardella. But Nojima on the volley and pulls it wide. Good chance for the home team. Really composed defending from Scamardella. You could just see her bundling over Amendolia, but kept her feet and her discipline. Santos brings it down, rides the challenge of Karmas, squares it up for Amendolia, who has a go again, and this time Coleman saves. The ball looked as though it was just going to float over the Ravens keeper, but Eliza Coleman keeps her namesake Amendolia out for a second time. The first one came off the bar. This time the keeper called into action. I always say after keepers make big saves, it's how they respond to the next action. And Coleman will be called upon immediately here. Corner comes in. Santos with the header. Got up well, couldn't direct it goalwards. And the visitors stay ahead. Here's Santos. Roberts getting back to help defend. Pipino is there too. And Thomas loses the ball in between her feet. Broken she under pressure from Karmas. Gets away from the captain, but gives away the ball. Too much on that pass from Pipino. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, Lena Karmas would have got there with ease. This afternoon, on this occasion, not quite. Nojima. And as far as Kilbride. The ball comes straight back at the Rams. Pipino can't get the pass beyond Amendolia. Good feet from Nojima. Playing with fire here. The home team, they managed to play out. The ball over the top now. Dealt with by Allen only for a moment. Muchensky. And Muchensky runs at Scamardella. Goes down in the box. No call though. More reaction from Muchensky. That says it all. Good defending again from Scamardella. And Santos with a good challenge. Wins the ball back. Plays it out to Amendolia. Back to Santos again, who should get there. Does. Cuts it back. Not enough angle on that. Cleared away by the Ravens. 4 more games post this one on this Sunday evening. Manly host NSW. We'll see this cross into the box first. Dealt with and cleared by Halls. Western City Rangers take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. Hills host the Northern Tigers, and Sydney Olympic are home to the Stingrays. Bulls and Apia currently at half-time. Scores locked at 1-1. Sakura Nojima eyes up this free kick. Will she go direct to goal? It's about 30 metres out. Crosses into the box. It was a good ball. Broken, she was there. Amendolia plays it forward, and Coleman has that. Not the best kick out of the hands from Eliza Coleman. Broken shit. Played the ball into space. No runners or option. Inside the last few minutes of this first half, and it's the Ravens that lead by 1-0. Both teams had some very good chances. The goalkeeper's getting called into action. Swatridge for Nojima. Murtagh back defending again. Now Halls, Scamardella, head up. Looking for the run of Lena Karmas. Halls, wide for Roberts, cross in. Dealt with by the Rams. Can they counter now? Amendolia back for Thomas. Santos. Nojima for Swatridge. Has a pocket picked by Karmas. Pipino, how quickly can the Ravens move the ball here? Pipino for Roberts. Morgan Roberts, saved by Fonte, and picks up the loose ball as well after Mifsud got a touch. It was a good initial save by Fonte. I'm certain there was a fingertip there to keep that out. Good counter from the Ravens, but they might feel they could have done a little more there. Amendolia for Nojima. Now Maniti. Thought about going long to Muchensky. Last touch off Sarkis. Sarkis and Muchensky have switched positions. Broken sheet driving through. Couldn't find the pass to Amendolia. First time pass over the top. Karmas will get there. Has options in the box. In the end blocked. Sunaga was arriving. They'll need to settle for a corner. Inside the final 60 seconds of the first half. Perhaps one last chance for the visitors to add another goal to the tally and double their advantage. With perfect timing as well. Cross comes in from Pipino. Header won by Mifsud. Sunaga. Dasko. Another corner. Dasko will deliver into the box. Ticked over into stoppage time now. Cross comes in. Headed away by Santos. Muchensky helps it on its way. Halls back into the mix-up. Broken Shear gets the header. Offside flags raised, but if the touch came off Broken Shear, not sure how that's deemed an offside. Here's Santos looking for Muchensky. Will the home team get one last chance? Teo Muchensky. Coleman spills, falls here to Saki. Is good defending. And that was the last chance of the first half. The home team unable to find an equaliser. The Ravens will go into halftime. 1 goal to the good, thanks to Lena Karmas, the veteran, back at Linwood Park to haunt her former employers. Scoring from the spot after 45 minutes. It's the Macarthur Rams 0, Gladesville Ravens 1. We're back for the second half here at Linwood Park, and it's the Gladesville Ravens that lead by 1-0, thanks to Lena Karmas' goal from the spot. Taken forward there by Najima, but he rolls straight out. It was an interesting first half of football, that one. A few early chances going the way of the Ravens. Sophia Fante proving an excellent signing already in goals for the Macarthur Rams. The Ravens, I should say, took the lead. And from there, it was then Macarthur that had a couple of chances. Eliza Amendolia. Here's another one now through Santos, looking to cut it back to Muchensky, and it's just over the bar. Well over the bar, I should say. As I was saying, back to those chances in the first half. Eliza Amendolia first hitting the bar, then forcing Eliza Coleman into a fingertip save. There were opportunities at both ends. Interestingly, the only goal that did come came from a set piece. A penalty kick. In fact, that was won and converted by Karmas, who's looking to add another, but this time denied by the flag. It was a great ball, and Karmas, as she does, looks to the AR, shakes her head, disagrees. Very rare you see Lena Karmas disagreeing with match officials. Or should I say very rare? You don't see her disagreeing with match officials. Oh, and a missed clearance there from Roberts. A few giggles from the Ravens players. Those giggles could have turned to screams of despair. Najima there dribbling through. Maniti straight into the feet of Halls, and now Karmas releases Sunaga. Miku Sunaga, square for Pipino, gets it out to Karmas, and Lena Karmas doubles the lead. The flag stays down this time, and the Gladesville Ravens are 2 to the good now against the Macarthur Rams. The captain, the veteran, comes back to haunt her former club. Cool, calm, and collected with the finish. The Ravens in complete control here. And that R word keeps coming up and up and up about Lena Karmas. Far from retirement she is. In particular when she's still scoring goals as often as she does, creating problems as she does, and being the leader that she is. Seems to be a slight issue here. I think it's Madison Swatridge. I'm struggling. Rams players just in conversation with the referee, unhappy about something that happened in the lead up to the goal. They've kicked off again. They'll need to get a goal soon. to get themselves back in the game. How's this for service at Linwood Park? Coffee delivered to the commentator. Throw taken, ball falls here to Pipino. Intercepted pass. Now broken shit. Ball over the top. Searching for Sakis. Should get there, does, but the cross is disappointing. Special thanks to Mr. Paul Bertolicio for sorting out the coffee order. Always well looked after at Linwood Park. The Rams still have a lot of time to get themselves back into this game. Swat Ridge plays it forward. The positive thing for her there is it'll be a throw in deep inside the Ravens' half and an opportunity for the Rams to try and box in their opponents. Shot taken there, just wide by Muchensky. Coleman. Kilbride back to the keeper again. Flicked on for Sunaga. I thought she may have been offside there. Mifsud back for Fante. Cleared away by the Rams keeper. Here's Keisha Allen. Back for Kilbride, and Ravens in control. Need to manage the game now. Wouldn't be the first time they were up and striding toward victory. But then losing out, that Wanderers game will stick in the mind of the Ravens fans. Amendolia, cross goal, and great foot in there by Keisha Allen. It was just about to be tucked away by Gabriel Sakis. An important challenge from Allen. Just as the Rams look to get themselves back into the game. Muchensky will take this corner. Cross comes in, good ball. Falls on the edge of the area to Amendolia, but never really got her foot around the ball. Instead, got more under it. This could be a massive 3 points for Lauren Phelps' team. Bulls were winning 3-1 in that grand final rematch. Amber looked my on the score sheet and back in Bulls colours. Good tackle by Maniti. Santos. Back to Nojima. Forward ball now. One to chase for Amendolia, but Eliza Coleman out to collect. Bulls are leading 3-2 against Apia. Now the game's all set to kick off at 5 p.m. And what a ball now for Karmas, who's on a hat-trick. Keeps possession. Finds Pipino. Couldn't quite squeeze the ball through there for her captain. Good interception by Annie Halls. Pipino thought about the shot. Squares it up for Sunaga. Good challenge from Broken Shear. Saki is central to Muchensky. Looking to switch the play. Read by Roberts. Halls clears. Miscued clearance. Big challenge there. Murtagh and Haley Thomas on the far side. Free kick goes the way of the Rams. Cross comes in again. Karmas now doing defensive work. Thomas, good work to create some space. Santos, still Marcela Santos, and finds the bottom corner. And the Rams are back in this one now. Marcela Santos created just enough space for herself. Shot toward the far bottom corner. And Liza Coleman might feel she could have done a little better there. But the Rams won't care. They're back in the game. And the Ravens could once again be feeling that they're going down the same path as that Wanderers game. Not quite sure what Madison Swatridge was doing there. That knock to the head may have affected her. Went to take the kickoff after the Rams had scored. Last touch off Sunaga. We may have a game on our hands now. Halls looking to play it through for Karmas. She'll do well to keep that in. Isn't able to. Santos, who seems to have a shoulder issue here. Still Kilbride telling the ref to take Santos off to get treatment. We've got a game on our hands now. Looking at the benches as well. A lot of quality on both benches. Definitely players that can add a spark. Good ball from Nojima. Likewise from Thomas. Muchensky was trying to feed it back out but was blocked in her attempt, and Mifsud sees it out over the line. Held away by Scamardella. Pipino gets it out to Dasco. Early pass for Karmas, who won't get there. Oh, and Coleman playing with fire there. Gives it away. Here's Muchensky on the edge of the area. Looks to spin back out. Tao Muchensky just wide. Again, the Rams threaten. It's the visitors creating problems for themselves. Camus wide for Scamardella, who's transitioned into a defender. Started her young senior career as a striker, now operating as a left back. Pipino allowed to drive into the box, and a good sliding challenge from Megan Mifsud. Playing her first, starting her first game in first grade for the Rams. Still no changes from either coach. Corner comes in. Fante punches. Back in by Sunaga acrobatically. Scamardella tried to lift it back in again. Nojima headed away this time. And Kilbride gets it out, but Thomas read that. And the ball all the way back now. Halls saw Roberts all alone out wide. Ground almost completely covered by shade now. Just a small area inside the box. Inside the 6-yard box, I should say, where Fante is standing. The sun just breaking through the trees, and you can imagine corners will be difficult to see from that side, as Pipino isn't afraid to let fly from areas like that. Fante almost running out of time with releasing that ball. Amendolia. And that pass is behind Mifsud. Can say that there are a few Rams players going through some more vigorous warm-up now. Allen brings it down. Wojcinski is just telling me, what she thinks of his decision. Scamardella heads away. Mifsud holding off Pipino. Uses the body well and finds the pass to Sarkis. Not a lot of space to deal with for Sarkis. And Mifsud strong there in the challenge with Pipino. Amendolia turns away from two. Into the feet of Nojima. Wide now for Thomas, who's been a little bit more involved in this second half. Cross into the box toward Muchensky, but safe hands from Coleman. Headed on by Karmas. And driving forward is Pipino. Good challenge from Meniti. Here come some changes now. Anidesco will be replaced. It's the only change so far. It's Hannah McNulty coming on. Dasco off. There is McNulty on. A little bit of freshness in midfield now. And Sarkis keeps it in. Scamardella keeping pace. Strong challenge from Scamardella. Sarkis decides to keep it in. We'll do well to win a corner here. Sarkis instead has to settle for a throw. Looks as though the Rams will be next to make a couple changes. Amelia Kassar is preparing to come on. That ball didn't go out. Amendolia now to deliver into the box. McNulty gets her first touch and blocks the cross. Wins the ball now off Mifsud, but harsh on Mifsud there. Worked very hard to get back and win that ball. When I see Tao Muchensky, she reminds me of a young version of Lena Karmas. Same love for referees and match officials. Similar communication as well. Here's Karmas. Turns back. Plays McNulty. McNulty tried to feed the captain back, but didn't quite get there. Halls. Forward for Karmas. And the run didn't come from Pipino. Fante sends it forward towards Santos. Nojima, lovely feet. Now Santos scored the goal to bring the Rams back into the game. Twists and turns, still has the ball, but not many options. Back heels it there. Well, Thomas turns, head up this time. Can't get the cross in. Amendolia closed down. And they're really stuck in this part of the park. Good challenge from Roberts. Thomas can't keep it in. It was a tough throw. Difficult to get anything on that. And here comes some changes from Vic Guzman. It's Matty Swatridge to go out. not sure if it's Marcelo Santos. No, just getting instructions. In fact, it's Gabriel Sarkis, the other, to be replaced. Kassar comes in. You can imagine that the home team will be expecting to just turn up the temperature a little. Haley Cullo, the other, to come on. Still very smoky here at Linwood Park. Is Kassar's first touch forward to Muchensky, and almost combining the two of them immediately. McNulty turns back for Keisha Allen. And Pipino can't get there. Callow. Nice move there from McNulty and Pipino. Callow involved immediately since coming on. Mifsud goes down, no free kick. Good call from the ref. Mifsud was looking for the foul. Now Pipino. Cross comes in. McNulty can't bring it down. It looks as though Megan Mifsud, he's starting to tire. Amalia Plummer is on the bench for Vic Guzman. I'd be very surprised if Plummer isn't called upon soon. And you can see Mifsud just really struggling to get back in defence now. Miss Camardella gets a head up, has a go from distance and just over the bar. The most important thing there is to finish the action. Don't want to get caught out on the break. Callow. Blocked by Scamardella. Here's McNulty. Karmas, a cross goal. Might work out here for Murtagh and cut it back to the wrong player. Found Nojima rather than Sunaga. The Rams survive. Here's Muchensky. They've got a few numbers here now. The home team. Kassar wide for Callow. Kassar moving forward into that space, and you feel as though the ball should have been just played in behind Scamardella. McNulty. Poor pass straight into the feet of Thomas. Now Santos. Amendolia back for Santos. Roberts trying to get there. Needs to be careful. Good challenge from Morgan Roberts. Nojima back to Kassar. Back heel for Santos. They're peppering now are the Rams. Muchensky's there, headed away. Sorry, punched away. Amendolia back in a dangerous area. No one attacking that ball though. Much better from the Rams. And Laura Murtagh's return to Linwood comes to an end. She is replaced by Kaylee Shannon, I believe. Santos again. Still Marcela Santos. Closed down in the end. Mifsud loses out to Pipino, but Pipino gives the ball away. Mifsud from distance onto the top netting. Not far away. You can see how much higher now the Rams are stepping as well. Wind in their sail. Still a considerable amount of time to go. to find an equaliser. $15 plus some change. Scamardella choosing not to head the ball there. Allowed Callow time to get there first. Wojcienski loses out. Here's Shannon. Didn't see Thomas coming from the side. Mifsud now forward for Kassar. Wanted the run from Thomas, but Santos, I should say. Last touch there from Roberts. Pressure mounts now with a corner. Town Wojcienski jogs over to take. Amelia Kassar has definitely raised the level since entering the field of play. They go short to Kassar. Oh, how about that? Gets past two. Last-ditch challenge from Shannon. Good work from Amelia Kassar. Lauren Phelps needs her side to just withstand this pressure for, you've got to imagine it'll happen for another 15 minutes. And you feel if the Rams can equalise, they may go on and win this one. Wojcienski takes, good ball in, headed clear by who else? Lena Karmas gets her head first to the ball. Mifsud turns well into the area toward Santos, and Mifsud again. Good ball into the box, and Coleman holds. Wojcienski was waiting for the slip up from the keeper. Kassar keeps it in. Nojima. Good defending from Kaylee Shannon. Using her fresh legs to her advantage. Amendolia. Wojcienski. Strong challenge from Keisha Allen. Free kick goes the way of the Rams. Inching closer toward full time at Northbridge Oval. The Bulls still lead by 3-2. That one, a real contest, reminiscent of that grand final, and the final whistle has gone now. And it is a 3-2 win for the Bulls FC Academy. Apia Leichhardt suffer their first loss of the campaign. Liz Gray, Patria Phillips, and Amber Lookmeyer all on the score sheet for the Bulls. Talia Capitanellis and Ashley Leder, who's been in outstanding form, scoring for Apia. Kassar can't find the pass. Hayley Thomas can't find Santos either. It doesn't seem as though Vic Guzman will go back to the bench. Most of her substitutes seated. Not even warming up as Sunaga drives through, but her ball straight through to Fante. And now Amendolia has a bit of space. The lines are stretched for the Ravens. Here's Kassar. Callow. Back to Kassar. Nice ball for Amendolia. Nice turn from Amendolia. Kassar. Back to Mifsud. Mifsud's had a go here. And Coleman saw it all the way. Looked a little uncomfortable in fairness. Didn't show that though in the end. Oh, Santos does well. That was an uncomfortable ball to bring down. Kassar sees Callow. How about that for a pass? Hayley Callow closed down well by Scamardella. She's been outstanding tonight, Angelina Scamardella. Cullen couldn't avoid the corner. Talmuchensky's deliveries have been very good so far this afternoon. Can she find a teammate this time? Inside the final 10 minutes here at Linwood Park. Ravens lead by 2-1. Flat delivery once more. Falls for Amendolia and just uncontrolled on the left foot. Lena Karmas, like a proper leader, has dropped a little deeper just to use her experience. And look at that, wins the flick on there as well. Santos plays it back. Here's Kassar. Amendolia. Mifsud. Good ball movement now from the Rams. Callow into the feet of Muchensky, who couldn't control it. Back to Amendolia. Over the top for Santos, who may have been offside. It won't matter. Halls. Not often that she's put a pass wrong this afternoon. There's one, though. Another sub now for the Ravens. Miku Sunaga. Her day at her former stomping ground also comes to an end. A very good game as Miku Sunaga. Cora Villa comes in her place. Hayley Thomas stole about 5 metres there with the run-up. Marshalled back by the referee. Nojima intercepts that pass. Kassar with the outside of the foot. Can't find Amendolia. Maniti. Forward for Muchensky, but once more Keisha Allen reads that. And a bit of space here for Hannah McNulty to expose. Wide for Karmas. What a pass from Karmas. McNulty buries that in the bottom corner. And the Gladesville Ravens will take all 3 points here at Linwood Park. A lovely goal. Some fine passing between McNulty and, of course, their captain, Lena Karmas. And the substitute places that into the bottom corner. And the Gladesville Ravens restore their 2-goal advantage and make it 3-1. But once more, special mention to Lena Karmas with the assist and 2 goals this afternoon. "39 years young. Big 40 in just over a month. But you wouldn't say The way she's playing, Lena Kamas has another 10 years in her. Superstar. She's been telling me she's done for the last 5 years. She keeps coming back and keeps ripping it up. Telling us she's done again after this season. I don't think so. As a footballer, you shouldn't stop until you can't go anymore. And right now, she's got a lot of Ks left in those legs. Here's Pipino. Turns into the area. Good challenge from Broken Shear. Mifsud. Forward for Callow. Scamardella. Back for Allen. Now looks as though the Ravens will notch win number 3 of the season. And jump today's rivals. Inch a little closer to a finals position. But a much needed win for Lauren Phelps' team. Big confidence booster too. McNulty. Good challenge by Broken Shear. You can see this Rams team has a lot of talent as well. They will be much better as the weeks progress, in particular with a few of their own A-Leagues players returning to the club in the coming weeks. I expect to see both of these teams with improved performances. And you can see them pushing for finals football. Mojima makes the challenge. And Santos can't get through. High foot caught on Marcela Santos. I don't think there was much in that. It wasn't an intentional kick. Santos will get a yellow card for that. Couple of people from, or one person from the Ravens bench calling for a red, but can't say I agree with that. I think that's not the right decision. I think the referees made the right call there. Most importantly, Amy Halls is good. Final few minutes of normal time remaining here now. Long ball sent forward and might work out here for Pipino. She's onside. Important defensive header. Thomas into Nojima. Now Kassar. Definitely made a difference since coming on. McNulty unable to bring that under control. Here's Pipino. Karma's still looking for that hat-trick. Involved in all 3 goals the Ravens have scored. Strong challenge there from Shannon. Good battle between her and Kassar. Now Amy Halls gets it out wide to Shannon. Cuts back in on the left. Manidi, an unorthodox clearance. But it works. And now the Rams look to go the other way. Surely too late now to get themselves level in this one. Uchensky back for Amendolia. Now Kassar has a look, has a go over the bar. And the Ravens get closer and closer to those 3 points. Goal kick taken. Najima wins the header. Falls for Amy Halls. Broken shear. All the way back to Sophia Fante, who concedes 3 on her debut. In fairness, Fante had a very good game, made some key saves earlier in the game in the first half to keep her side well and truly in the game. Here's Shannon out wide for Roberts. Oh, and Morgan Roberts almost sniped there. Almost took out herself. Keeping the ball in the corner. Throwing now for the Ravens. Long throw toward Karmas, who headed it back, but no one was there. Here's Shannon. Nojima to Kasa. Black and white shirts everywhere. And Mendolia can't get it out. We saw playing into the hands of the visitors. Moments away now from those 3 points. Their first since the beginning of April. Almost a month without a win. Nojima stuck in a part of the field where the Rams don't want to be. Goal kick for Macarthur. Referee has a look at the watch. Again, Karmas rises the highest. Santos will take the throw. Halls into the feet of Pipino. Kassar comes away with the ball. Najima back to Kassar, and Marcela Santos has stayed on the ground. Here's Mifsud. First touch let her down. May work out for Callow. Cleared away. Mendolia gets there now. Mendolia delivers toward Muchensky. Brought down well by Tao Muchensky. Drops it for Nojima. Just wide. That would have been a lovely goal. And the Rams been able to find the back of the net there. Rams do have a corner here. I expect any goal now will just be a consolation. Marcela Santos is still down, receiving treatment. Tamuchensky taking a break, sitting on the ball. If that ball is egged, you know why now. Never sit on the football tower, come on. And Santos still unable to get to her feet. Slowly making her way up, and she's got her sock off as well, so I don't think we'll be seeing Marcela Santos for what remains in this game. Wojcicki will take the corner and looks as though she'll go short to Nojima. Does so. Nojima takes it into the area. Cross goal, cleared away. Falls for Kassar. Back out to Wojcicki is a short pass though. Kassar does well. Out to Wojcicki. Options at the far post. Might work out for Nojima. And off the post. It's put away now. Surely too late. They pull a goal back. With only minutes remaining, or maybe seconds, we don't know how much time was added on. I think it was Summer Smith that grabbed the goal. Coming on for Marcela Santos. The Ravens taking their time now. Camus sends it deep. Surely the Rams cannot find an equaliser here. Referee's had another look at the watch, and that'll be it. And the Gladesville Ravens record all 3 points here. A good game of football. 5 goals. 3-2 win away of the Gladesville Ravens over the Macarthur Rams. It was Summer Smith that scored. Consolation in the end for the Rams. It was the Ravens, though, that had a first half lead thanks to their captain, Lena Camus, scoring from the spot after having earned the penalty. Camus then made it 2 in the second half. The Rams pulled one back. It was game on. Marcela Santos scoring a lovely goal. But then again, who else? Lena Camus, this time assisting, laying the ball for substitute Hannah McNulty, who placed the ball into the bottom corner. Late goal to Summer Smith. Wouldn't be enough for the Rams to get back in the game. Full time here at Linwood Park. The Macarthur Rams 2, Gladesville Ravens 3.